Well, we are at the ship pit because the tank is done. So I just drove it up the road. Oh, I say done, there's a couple of things, like we're missing that nice junction cable, so we hardwired it, and a couple things here and there, but it's gonna haul manure today. So we're gonna load it. Well, this is officially the first gallon of manure. So if it has any leaks that I missed, we're gonna find out today. I should bless it on the first load and just cover it in shit. There's Kyle here, he's gonna run it today. They've hauled for a little bit for a couple days. She's already getting a little poopy. But the good thing is I don't see a hole of manure coming out anywhere. I've done something right. And I think I cut the vent holes correctly for the filling. Because that port goes so far down, I had to cut it open a bunch. And then it has the closing doors on top, so it minimizes any spill. Works good on the other trailers. Purdy's we had a weld back on. That one snapped off last fall. There's Abigail leaving. All right. Did a little bit of crescenting there. I'm gonna mark this load down. So there's Dean, our milk truck driver. The milkmen don't get enough credit in this world. They're 20, well, let's say 24/7. They're 7 days a week and a shit ton of hours also. So they're working just as much as farmers on that aspect every day of the week. Yeah, so it's loaded. I kind of blessed it a little bit, but not too hard. I'll let you do that.
I appreciate it. I get 2 blessings of it.
So we'll see how this works out. So we're in the middle of the field. Right now, well, not right now, but we have the chisel plow down here because Kyle the other day was chisel plowing. Yesterday, Ava was actually chisel plowing for the first time, working the manure in. Normally we disc it, but that thing's broken right now and it was faster to hook that on. So this is the first transfer we've ever done. Got Stan driving the Bodco, and we're gonna work on getting the other tractor tanks and hopefully get both trailers going, all 3 trailers now. But as of right now, it's working. So this tank holds 6,800. It's better than hauling 4,000 with a straight job. With these fuel prices, it'll help.
That extra gallons helps.
I didn't realize I left the PTO on. Well, I had my foot on the clutch and I didn't put it in the middle. I'm just checking if this thing's leaking on the pivot, and it's not. That's great. This isn't leaking. The rubber's kind of bad, so I put a tire tube in between it. Brakes are all brand new on this thing. Oh, right here. Slight leak. Wasn't leaking earlier when I was testing it in the shop. That sucks. I'll have to tighten that. So you can see that this is definitely the first load. There's still leaves in there. I had to cut this side up a bunch because of air vacuum, and there's a hole right below this. right here. I definitely missed a spot. We'll have to, when we bring it back in the shop, to do, forgot that up here. And right here. Okay, so there's 2 little pinholes on top that I'll have to hit with the spool gun. No reason we can't run it today though, because it's gonna get more manure on it just from overfilling this once. Well, we have from right there, from that, I think they already did that section back yesterday, so we'll finish this 80 acres down here today. I think the solid manure is all done. The MX 120 was loaded and that blew a hydraulic pump, we believe, or a pressure relief valve. Don't know for sure, because it from one loading to the next, it was stopped moving. So kind of sucks. Well, I'm gonna head get the next stuff ready. Kyle's taking over. Oh, and she's gonna haul some manure today. I see the 2 little things on top. When we pull it back in, as you see the extension cord. The extension cord is gonna run into a plug that's right there. We're gonna have a plug right here, and it'll have a nice bungee cable that'll connect. But because that one is still on order, we had one in the shop, and the one in the shop, it's for Ferdy's truck because we switched his over. So we had to order another one. The one that we had, it wasn't for this. That's fine. We'll get this one switched over and those little repairs made when that comes. We're gonna head down to Enosburg with another tractor. So we got Alex and Kyle just rolling in, and I got the other little Bodco. And the reason I have that, not my tri-axle, is because the truck tank took way longer than expected. Several, I think 3 days longer than we were hoping. At least 3 days. And then honestly, the steel to put a new top pipe on my tank just came today, like 3 hours ago, so it's not even the end of the world. But tomorrow it's supposed to rain. I'll slap that pipe together and we'll be able to run that after. My tractor is still done with still at the dealer getting warranty stuff done, new fuel pump, because the one that's in it is leaking fuel. I saw it leaking on the block a little bit, so we told them about that, and then they actually found out it's leaking some fuel into the engine too. So that's covered on warranty, and they're getting the other stuff fixed on it also. So this will go on the tri-axle after. But we got the front duals off. Kind of looks a little goofy, honestly. But once the parts come for that front right diff, that was nice. Nice spot to pass. Once that parts come, we'll be able to change out that front right diff. Right now, we're just kind of babying it, and we're getting by. Got Ferdy there, just finished unloading into Stan. Kyle's filling me. I'm not really losing or gaining much productivity having the tri-axle, because it doesn't fully unload one of the trailers, and the one straight job that Philip's driving, the Bodcos will basically fully unload them. It doesn't really have much left in it, so it's not the end of the world right now. And I'm almost full. I will say it actually doesn't unload too slow for having that smaller Husky pump on the back, so can't complain. I don't know if I showed, but where it clamps onto the aluminum fill pipe up there, I made a secondary clamping bracket and then put a second bottom angle piece. That way it had 2 points of contact on that unload pipe, because the one would definitely not have been strong enough to handle that 12 feet of pipe out there. All right, Marcus is spreading with that, and Alex, she's not in her tank right now because she's actually in the chisel plow tractor with Ava. Ava's chisel plowing. I think she was chisel plowed the other day. Must be she wanted her to go one more pass with her today. But we're almost done down here in this field. We're closing in on it. I wish I didn't have to hold the green button to activate everything. Like, I could just press up and it'd go up, but I gotta turn that hydraulic pump on, and with the way we had to wire it, that's how it is. And you know, it was cheap, so that's all that matters right now. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but honestly, I wasn't too worried. A little windy at the moment. Marcus is coming. He'll take the rest of mine. You got two of them in there. Henry is riding shotgun. It's just idling in, but kind of looks goofy with no front tires, but at least we can run it. We're gonna see what the two amigos are up to. What are you two doing in here? You got the whole snack party in here.
Yeah.
How was school?
Very good.
Did you guys learn anything?
No.
Did you learn anything?
No.
Well, then we're gonna have to keep sending you back till you learn something.
We had ice cream for school.
Yeah. Christoph rode down with me. He is gonna take home one of the solid manure spreading tractors. So the box spreader's down here and the loading tractor. Loading tractor's having an issue, but maybe he can limp it home. So you got Avi over there. She is going right at it with the chisel plowing, working that manure in. That one's hooked on the chisels because it has basically brand new tires all the way around, at least when we bought it last year. So it pulls great. And we know it's not a big set of chisels, but when you're on slippery ground, it does make a easy pulling implement all of a sudden difficult. So you hit that. And good. I don't know if you guys could see what I was doing. Alrighty. So we're almost done here. I think the last load I just spread, it was quite a bit more open. So Marcus is coming in. I think, yeah, Alex had Henry when I met her on the road. I think that tractor looks goofy now with singles. Especially because they're so skinny on the front. But because we took the weights off, those skinny tires are at least able to handle it. They couldn't they barely could handle, 1 second, I'm running this pipe. Yeah, those skinny tires, they're 380s. They were squatting hard even with 50 pounds of air in them. With those front weights when we had to take it to the dealership last year. So that was definitely not something you'd want to run all day like that. So you see the 6180 back there. That's on the little box spreader. Ava was running. Oh, I'm out. I didn't even realize it. Too busy doing stuff that's not important. That means recording. The good news is, when Christoph was riding with me on the way down here, our Massey dealer just called, and they made good progress on the little 8480, but the big one, mine, that one's done. So they weren't expecting to get it back until next week because the new fuel pump, but it came way sooner than expected. And yeah, they got it done today for us. They actually had to take one part off of the little 84 and put it on the big one, because that part is on slower order. Not the fuel pump, but just a different part. I think it was a line they saw that was bad, a steel one. I think that's what it was. And they just swapped it since they were right next to each other at the dealership. So, used two to make one work, and then while the other one's still taking a while to get all the stuff fixed, they can have that pipe come in on a slow order that it was, or back order I think it was, or something like that. Alex rolling in. It is nice having 3 tankers roll down here. Anyways, so we're next to the road here. And we finished the 80-acre field back there. This one here, it's 11 or 13, I can't remember. So you can see we picked some of it and we chopped some of it. So right here, where we started picking, the chopper, the corn head broke, so we stopped, and the corn was getting dry. So by the time we got fixed that day, we were like, the corn's already kind of past chopping. It would have been good snappage. So we just waited, and then we combined it, and that worked out. It wasn't much to drive down here for, but that's how it worked out because the corn head broke. Marcus is over there mowing around in that corner, squaring it up apparently. Would you like to add to the...
And Ava.
Yeah, she's on the other side. She's over there. If you can see through the woods, you can see her driving. It's the next day. We're doing some trucking out to Richford. It's just the 3 trailers going today. Philip's driving one of the straight jobs. I say straight jobs. He's driving one of the tractors, I mean. It's going really good with the 3 trailers. A little bit of a wait for the tractors, but the drivers we have right now, and I think Kyle is supposed to come later after he's done work. Not Kyle that was in the video. Not Kyle that was in the video yesterday, the other Kyle. We have 2 Kyles that help. But he's never drove this, but he'll probably drive it today. That's where I blew my steer tire last year. So I think he's excited to get to drive a trailer for once. And I could say it's a lot safer around these corners with a trailer than a straight job. Straight job gets the job done for sure, but you gotta drive more, and it's definitely more top heavy. Got Stan and Philip out here in the 2 Bodco tanks. And it'll take us 2 days out here if we can just go all day. Maybe. I don't think 3. 3 days, but I could be wrong. It don't take much to go wrong to add days to spreading. There's Philip. See how well he lines this up on the first try. Whoa. I think we're in. That was my fault. I thought I was behind him. Oh. So on my last load, I was pumping, and all of a sudden my boom wouldn't stop going up. Well, I figured, well, that's an oil leak because the load before wasn't. Turns out one of the hoses, the lifting hose or the lowering hose, whatever one of them, was only finger tight in the control box, so the control box got full of oil. But we got that tightened up, dried out for the most part, and yeah, it was just, I think that was the only real thing that was an issue. I had to switch around 2 air hoses for the door, the latch up top, because the switching here was backwards. Up was closed and down was open. I like it the other way around. I switched that real quick. And then the side-to-side swing boom. When you're sitting in it, normally you're always sitting forwards. So you want that to bring the boom to your left and that to bring it to your right. It was just backwards. It's not really a big deal, but it's kind of annoying when you look at the button that tells you which way to go, even though once you memorize it's not a big deal. So I just switched wires real quick. So that way, the way you're looking is the way the buttons function. The only ones we haven't actually used are these two. Would have been dry enough in Enosburg, but we were just nursing, just so they could get to all the little bit of a wetter spots. Activate the pump. So if I hit the solenoid button, which is this, and then this, that turns the pump on, it doesn't deadhead the pump. So it's a little better. You can run the pump and then this, but I try to do it opposite, so I'm not deadheading that hydraulic pump. The steel, like I was saying earlier in this video, I gotta just weld that together for the big triaxle, and then that tank can be rolling.